story, the Meister is a... The heilige Cossack Rebbe had a Talmud. And his big Talmud was called Fabrengen, came Alexander Rebbe. And the last thing he said before he passed away, he called over one of his students, who was also a Talmud of Cossack, a Talmud of Binim, a Talmud of Ida Kodesh. And he told him like this, he told him a story. It's a story that's told over in Cossack many different ways. But this is the nicest way, the way that Alexander Rebbe Chazal was. And when the Russians invaded Poland, and they came into Poland, there was a Yid that was sitting in his home, and a Cossack walked into his house. And the Cossack asked in Russian, which he didn't speak the language, he said, "Who is the owner of this home? Where's the balabos? Who's the owner of this home?" His wife, he thought she spoke Russian, but didn't, said that the Cossack is asking you if you are a chazan, if you're a singer. Do you know how to sing? So he shook his head. Yeah. So the Cossack gave him like a push toys. He started singing. The story, the way the Alexander Rebbe Chazan's Meiser, is that he started singing B'nei Echol from Alter Rebbe. The famous Niggun, the 10 Niggun of Alter Rebbe. B'nei Echol is Rag and the Rag, it's the highest Niggun. He started singing with big dveik, started singing this Niggun. And the Cossack didn't look happy and gave him again a push. So he turns to his wife and says, "What does he want?" He says he wants to hear another song, a different song. He doesn't like that song. So he started singing a happier song. And again he got pushed. So he sings a third song. This is going on and on. He's getting pushed and pushed and pushed. That's the end of the story. And then he passed away. What's the story? What's Pshat in the story? The story means like this. The Eibusher comes into our house, into our space, gets into our lives, and asks a question. And the question is, who is the balabos? Who's the owner of your life? Who's taking responsibility? Who's here? And your wife doesn't mean the wife. The wife means your seichel, your intelligence, your intellect. But what does your mind tell you? Your mind tells you that the reason why I'm getting patched, and the reason why my life is all of a sudden a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm having problems with shalom bayis, or I'm having problems with parnas, or I'm having problems with chinuch with my children, and things are a little bit uncomfortable for me, and it feels like Hashem is giving me a push, is because I'm not singing the right song. I was singing one song, but it's the wrong song. So I sing another song, and then I get pushed again. So I say it's probably a third song. It's not Kapitel Chof, I have to say it's probably Chof and Chof Aleph and Chof Beis. Then I get pushed a little further, and I said, no, it's not like that. I probably have to say the whole Yom, and then the whole Tillim, and maybe say twice Tillim in a row without any Hafsekim, maybe Dafke Reb Shaila. That's a whole list of things that I have to do.
Cry.
You have to cry, and you think I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and the Eibusher keeps on telling you, hello, 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 I want to talk to you. I want you to just answer me the question that you hear, and you're the balabos. And yes, I want you to say Hineni. I don't want you to be busy singing songs and doing other things. The Yom Tov of Zos Chanukah is a Chassidish Yom Tov. Why is it a Chassidish Yom Tov? Because it says B'Shem Baal Shem that the Gemara says, it's a very simple language, the Gemara says that Adam is Nidun, according to one opinion, is Nidun Rosh Hashanah. And the Beinanim is told they're in between up until Yom Kippur. The Gemara Chasima Toiva is Yom Kippur. Come along with Kabbalah, and they say it's not so pashut. It's not so pashut. You think that Yom Kippur is the Gemara Chasima is the end of the ceiling for the good year? It really goes to Shana Rab. I once told you this too. So Shana Rab, some Kabbalah, Sifri Soid, it's put on Zohar, it's put on by Ramban, and some Arizal. That really the Gemara Chasima doesn't goes up until Shana Rab. The Baal Shem says that really the real Gemara Chasima is until Zos Chanukah. That's for sure. Because in the world of Baal Shem, in the world of Chassidus, nothing is absolute. You say this, it doesn't mean mamish this. It's this, but there's also other things. But tonight is Taka Zos Chanukah. And what's Zos Chanukah? We know from other Chassidish Rebbes, the Heilige Rishna, that he said when a tzaddik can be boiled, or Rosh and Kippur, a Yid, a regular Yid can be boiled, that's Zos Chanukah. That Zos Chanukah, there's 8 days of Chanukah. Who knows the 8 days of Chanukah? Why are there 8 days of Chanukah? So there's many different reasons. And it has to do with the Nes, Chanukah, and the Shai of the Beis. But why is there 8 days? One of the reasons is given in Rishai Neizerah. It's brought down in Sefer Maccabeim, which is sort of excited, but it's brought down. That has to do with Sukkot. That really, since they weren't able to celebrate on Sukkot that year, so they celebrated Chanukah with Chanukah Sabein, Mizbeach, Chanukah Samigdash. They celebrated for 8 days. We see there's also an idea of the Shitta of Beis Shammai that is Parei Chag. The idea is that there's some connection between Sukkot and Chanukah. So it's brought down, so it's brings it down, that if the 8 days of Chanukah correspond to the 8 days of Sukkot, so what's Zos Chanukah? Zos Chanukah is Shmini Atzeres and Chasdeirim. So tonight is Shmini Atzeres and Chasdeirim. What's the avoid of a Yid on Shmini Atzeres? What are we supposed to do in Shmini Atzeres? Mana Yichud, correct? The whole time, the whole year, the whole time of Tishrei is full of mitzvahs. Yishul Cheshbon Avonos. I'll say that in Sukkot, Yishul Cheshbon Avonos, because you're too busy doing mitzvahs. One person's buying a lulav, one person's making a sukkah. Everyone's busy with mitzvahs. Come Shmini Atzeres, what's the mitzvah hayoyim? The mitzvah say hayoyim today to do a Shmini Atzeres. This is the hardest mitzvah for us to do. You know what the mitzvah is?
Nothing.
Do nothing. Not nothing. That's nothing. It's do nothing. There's a mitzvah's essay to atzor, to stop. There's a mitzvah's essay to pause, to stop being busy with another song. And I think you have to do this and have to do the other thing. It's boy and it's galga and ivota. David says, I want to be with you. And I want you to be with me. And I want you to want to be with me. Before we're going to get busy of doing all the things that we're going to do throughout this wonderful year that we're going to have together, I first need to know that you're here. You know, you have to look at the other person and say, I'm here. I don't know if you want to do a business deal, you want to get married, you want to do anything you want to do with somebody in this world. Before you talk about the details, you have to see that we're here together. That I know that this year is going to be with you, and you're able to look at me in the eyes. And this is really the highest level of Kahana Shnei Yonim. that the tikkun, in the highest level, the tikkun of Chanukah, of Yavon, which is Yoina, Yoina, the Zohar Chodesh writes that the Yoina that came with Ali Zayas, the second time. So the first time was the Oyer, represents the first one. That's the Churban of the Bavel. And then came back a second time as Golas Paras. And the third time is Golas Yavon. It comes with the Ali Zayas, the Shemin Zayas. The Yoina is coming back with the Shemin Zayas. And what's the Gaval of the Yoina? What's the beauty of these doves? These Yoina kind of Yoinim that Shir Hashim talks about the Yoina. The Yoina says a medrash that they, exactly how it works, but somehow through just looking at each other, they can inseminate each other. Through looking at each other, they can be yichud. It's the highest level of yichud. But that is this oimek because they can be yichud. The Ari speaks about yichud atach and yichud aliyah. Yichud atach means a person can have physical union, physical yichud, but I'm not looking at you in your face. It can be achar ba'achar. It can be attached, but it's not really face to face. But a yoina is in the eyes. That's the real beauty. The Gemara says, and times the real beauty of a person is in their eyes. And that's the beauty of the opposite of the beauty of Yavon. The beauty of being connected to Hashem. To be able to sit and lots or to stop and to pause and to say, I'm the balabas of my life. I don't find myself in situations, I put myself in situations. Wherever the situation that I find myself, quote unquote, is because I want to be there and I choose to be there and I can choose to get out of there. And the reason why I have this power is because I'm with you. That's the Oyer of Chanukah. The Oyer of Chanukah means that's the base of it. That's the base of Machutz. That the Oyer of Chanukah, the light of Chanukah, is the light that's with us in all our situations, in all our conditions, wherever we are. That's really what the Oyer of Chanukah means. This is the Gewalt of Chanukah. Why do we celebrate Chanukah? Why do we celebrate Chanukah? It's a nice thing, but why do we celebrate Chanukah? So you're going to say we celebrate Chanukah because there was a nest that happened with the shaman. Okay. So the Gemara says that Misha, that Misha Amar, the shaman v'yadik, gave him the chametz v'yadik. The Klal Yisrael make a yontif, the chametz v'yadik, and the chametz v'yadik camels lit. That's the biggest story in the whole Jewish history, that a couple of camels lasted for 8 days. Okay, it's a nice story, but we're going to celebrate thousands of years later, Chanukah. What's the Oyer of Chanukah? What's it connected? Yeah, this is a Klotz Kasha. But it's a Emes Shayla. The Teretz is, the Lashon HaCheres, the Kavur, Vasum, Yontif, because the Lashon HaCheres, Chazal understood, Zos writes this, Chazal understood that the next year, that same light that was revealed to them on Chanukah night, was revealed to them that same night, was revealed again that night. And that means that that light that was revealed in Chanukah, Mayom Mahem, is also Bizman Hazeh, which means the same light that Klal will experience, the Makom HaChoshech, and Yavon is Choshech, even in a place of darkness, even in a place where things didn't seem so clear and so good, that the Eibush is with us. And therefore, our response to the shtois, the response to the darkness that we experience, is sometimes just to say, Hineni, Hashem, I'm here. What do you want? I'm here. I'm ready for you. I'm ready to do what you want from me. I'm ready to be in a relationship that's Kaddish Ne'yonim. This is what Oyer Chanukah is. This is what we're celebrating there, Chanukah. This is why Zos Chanukah is the highest level of Chanukah, because the mitzvah of Ner Chanukah, the mitzvah of lighting Chanukah, the candles, is Adlaka is a mitzvah, which means once you light the candles, that's the mitzvah. Which Means the mitzvah is lahadlik there, to light the candles. But now, it's still Hanukkah, your candles were lit, and now what? You're not doing anything. So you say that today's going to be the sixth night of Hanukkah. Let's say tonight's Hanukkah because tomorrow we're going to light 7. But when you lit the 8th candle and you're already lit, and the mitzvah's out the laka, it's still Hanukkah for the next 24 hours with Vos. What is Hanukkah? The answer is now Zos Chanukah. It's taka. It's beyond Maisa. It's beyond action. It's not lahadlik anymore. The Ibsh doesn't tell me lahadlik. Lahadlik is when I initiated Zos Chanukah. It's lahadlik. But once Zos Chanukah happens, what's the mitzvah of Zos Chanukah? What's the mitzvah of Chanukah on the 8th day of Chanukah on Zos Chanukah? Stop. Don't do anything. Don't sing any more songs for me. You want to sing, but don't think that's the Yeshua. The Yeshua is the recognition that we're the balabas, that the Eibusher wants a relationship with me, and it's not about someone else and the other person, and it's not this reason and that reason, 1,000 excuses why I'm not doing it and who doesn't do it. You're the balabas of your life. You created the situation, and the Eibusher wants to meet you exactly where you created that situation, and together you're going to get out of the situation because you're not alone. L'chaim, l'chaim.